In video 2, we installed Claude Code and had our first conversation with the codebase. You asked a question, Claude read your files, and gave you a grounded answer. That's powerful, but it's still just a conversation. What if Claude could plan changes, show you exactly what it wants to do, and only execute when you say go? What if you could control how deep it thinks, how much you spend, and what it remembers between sessions? That's what slash commands give you. 5 shortcuts that turn Claude Code from a conversation partner into a real workflow engine. Let's go through each one. Slash commands are shortcuts you type inside Claude Code. /, then a word. They change how Claude behaves. The 5 you need as a PM are /plan for safe read-only exploration, /compact when your conversation gets too long, /cost to check what you're spending, /memory to save what you've learned, and /model to pick which AI brain you're talking to. You don't need to memorize all of them, just these 5. Type / to see all options if you forget. /plan is where you start. When you type /plan, Claude enters plan mode. It reads, searches, and analyzes your codebase, but it proposes changes without executing them. Think of it like a whiteboard session. Claude shows you what it would do, but nothing actually changes until you approve. Say you want to add a customer feedback widget to your landing page. You can ask, show me where the landing page components live and how styles are structured. I want to add a feedback section. Claude traces through your files and gives you a plain English breakdown. As a PM building your own product, this is your safest starting point. Understand how your app is structured before you change anything. Here's how the approval flow works. At the bottom of Claude Code, you'll see a mode indicator. Press Shift-Tab to cycle through 3 modes. Default mode has no indicator. That's where Claude asks permission for every action. Shift-Tab once, and you get Accept Edits on. Now Claude reads and writes files without asking. You're still watching, but you're not clicking Approve on every single change. Shift-Tab again, and you get Plan mode on. This is read-only. Claude explores and proposes, but changes nothing. You can also type /plan to jump straight here. So the cycle is Default for full control, Accept Edits for speed, Plan mode for safe exploration. Start in Plan mode when you're learning. Graduate to Accept Edits when you trust what Claude is doing. Here's a problem you'll hit. You're deep into a conversation, asking great questions, getting detailed answers. Then Claude starts forgetting things you told it 20 minutes ago. That's because every conversation has a memory limit. The longer you talk, the more Claude has to juggle, and eventually older context falls off. /compact fixes this. It compresses your conversation down to just the important parts. You can also tell it what to keep, like /compact, keep the landing page layout and feedback widget plan. Claude Code also auto-compacts when conversations get really long, but running it manually after a deep exploration gives you control over what survives. If you want to learn how to do this yourself, I run free live sessions every Friday at noon Eastern. Scan the QR code on screen to join. Would love to see you there. Let's talk about cost. If you're on a Max or Pro subscription, you have a usage cap that resets monthly. If you're on the API, you pay per token. Either way, you want to know where you stand. /cost shows your total session usage so far. For subscription users, /stats is even better. It shows your daily usage as a visual chart, so you can pace yourself through the week. Staying aware of your usage is just good practice. These 2 commands help you pace yourself so you're never caught off guard. In video 2, we set up Claude MD, your project's brain. /memory lets you edit it without leaving your conversation. But here's what's changed since then. Claude Code now has auto memory. As you work, Claude automatically saves important things it learns about your project. You don't have to do anything. It just builds up context over time. There's also a shortcut. Type the hash symbol followed by a note, like hash feedback widget goes below the hero section, uses the existing form component. That saves to session memory, a lightweight layer without opening an editor. So you've got 3 layers: Claude MD for the big picture, like your tech stack and design patterns, auto memory for things Claude picks up as you build, and hash notes for quick saves in the moment. Your last command is /model. Claude Code can run on different AI models. Here's my simple recommendation. If you're on a max plan, select Opus. It's the most powerful model, and it's what you're paying for. Use it for everything. If you're on a pro plan, select Sonnet. It's fast, capable, and handles everyday PM work really well. That's it. Pick the model that matches your plan and stop thinking about it. You don't need to switch back and forth. Just set it once and get to work. Let's see this in action. Chris is a PM building a SaaS product for dog groomers. He wants to add a waitlist page with an email sign-up form. He opens Claude Code and types /plan. Then, I want to add a waitlist page at /waitlist. It should have a headline, a short description, an email input, and a submit button that saves to our database. Show me what you'd build. Claude traces through his existing pages, finds the layout components, checks the database setup, and proposes a complete plan. 3 new files, 1 API route, 1 database migration. Chris reviews the plan, presses Shift-Tab to accept edits, and Claude builds the entire page. Along the way, Claude automatically saves to memory that the waitlist uses the same form component as the contact page. Chris can also type #waitlist connects to resend for emails, or just tell Claude, hey, remember that the sign-up form validates email format. Then /cost to check usage, about 10 cents. /compact keep the waitlist implementation. The page is live. That's the workflow. Plan, build, save, compress. You now have the commands to explore, build, and manage your workflow. But you haven't built anything yet. In the next video, you'll take a professional React template, describe the app you want in plain English, and watch Claude Code build it for you. A real, working front-end application, running in your browser. No code to write. Let's ship. That's the full picture. If you want to go deeper, join my free live session this Friday at noon Eastern on Maven. I walk through this hands-on, answer questions, and show you how to build it yourself. Scan the QR code to join.